Look at that. See like the grids? It's like a grid. See, I know the grids. That means the little ones sit under there. We just had a picture like that with somebody else's picture. Like, Mark, you think this is good? I'm looking at it. I'm like, are you kidding me? That thing had like, there was like this crazy arch. It was like, and in the grass there was a grid, but it was perfectly over the ground, hovering, so you could go underneath it. And they were under there. I mean, God, you could see them so easily. You know, the other ones, the little ones, I don't know what they are. You guys, what are you? We don't know. As you can see, I think that stuff has been done since. Are they gunning this thing? Let's do it. Could be nothing, I just want to put my flashlight up. What's up, guys? Are you in there? I don't care what's in there. It doesn't look like the little people. Let's see if I can get my camera screen pointed. What am I seeing? Does it go all the way up? I think it stops right there. That's pointing upward. What is digging out of there? It doesn't look like a woodpecker to me. Like woodpeckers stop before that. That's kind of what I remember. This is what I was looking for in the 50 seats. I don't know why I feel like I need to reshoot all this stuff today. I could be at so many places today. Nothing's happened really that I'm aware of, you know? They mess with you, you know? Like they might have just wanted me to come back. Like, ah, Mark's doing our structures again. You know, it's probably not that, but it could be, you know? Like, for some reason they wanted me here. When I was in the area, there was no doubt they pulled me from that other place. I have it on video. It's just like, you know, structures like anywhere else I show, but they're amazing. And it was like, no, you idiot. Come back to the 50 seats, basically is what I got. Blatant. I'm sorry, I'm still zoomed in. Sorry, guys. I hate when I do that. But I don't want to, I want you to hear that. So I don't want to edit it. Blatant. Remember, that's where the deer was? Not quite as thick as it was. I remember that being thicker, but I was a little further away. Let's go, should I go up or down? Let's go here. I kind of climbed up a little in here. Not knowing this was here, I couldn't see here from down there. There can't be timestamps in that, can there be? Probably because you can't go in there. Those little things are always safe from us. They can go places that, even if we saw one, you'd have to get like an excavator here to get the stuff moved. Look at this. That's why that tree that's pushed over, I'm 100% sure that it was pushed over to become part of all of this. You know, it's an instant, ton of work done when you can get a tree that size pushed in there. And then make it impossible to get in here. Look at this. I may just sit right here. See, this is different to me than those 50 seats. See that? That's a giant hut in there with an inside that I can't get to. Goodness gracious. I can't even see the slightest thing. Look. It's not just the camera, I can't see in. Cool. So I did get some new stuff today. I went out to that. Man, that was a pain in the butt. The second walk when I left and went out to the openness, it took me like 2 miles. And then I came back and I knew I'd never ever stop thinking. And towards the end, I was like, I should be back by now. I'm starting to get confused. And I got scared. Just for like 1 minute, and then I got to this field I recognized, and I was like, thank God. Because it's the worst feeling. And it ruins the whole day when you think you're lost. That's all them, you guys. This is all one of the forest beings. I don't know what. I don't think that that's Sasquatch. I think he probably pushed that big tree up the hill. What else could do that? You know, unless there is other beings out here. 20 feet high, 20 feet tall. You just don't know it, you know? No, they're only 8 feet. I hear that like, how do you know? Do you used to live with them or something? Here's the thing. You don't know, but I do. And that's how. I don't know, but I know. Perfectly. It's a little bit not as cool because that tree is blocking where the X is, but it's a gorgeous symmetrical X right in the middle of all that chaos. You can see 100 trees can fall over. There's not one X unless they make it. Not a symmetrical X where both sides are equal. Look at that. It's crazy in there. All right, over now. Now you guys check this out. So this might be one of the coolest places to camp in the world. I mean, I'm not even kidding. Not necessarily the the looks of the location, but what it's in the middle of. And when I just had to wait. So this time I did wait till I caught my breath. But I was way, miles into those forests and 50 seats, and you come up here, and I'm looking close. I'm like, you know what? I don't usually do this enough. Let me spend some more time by the fire, where there's nothing, right? Just like looking around for evidence and stuff, because they love to come in afterwards, And I don't know, but I want to show you anyway. I'm not making any claims on this because it could easily not be, They love these. See how new that is? It's like a peeled piece of wood. It probably isn't. That's not what I want to show you. This is what I want to show you. I swear I didn't do this, okay? See that? It's an X with the third on the ground. Then you got the rocks right there. Now humans were here, so this could have been the fire where they didn't burn, but it's just a little unusual, guys. That's part of their language. This is one of their, their key symbols right there. Something's whistling. I'm in the middle of a Bigfoot world in a campsite because I just got back to the road. I'm dying. What a day. Do I feel like it's my best day in the world? No, but it was good. Because I think it's because I revisited a place I've already been, but I wanted to do it again. I didn't feel like I was thorough enough. Couldn't find something. Let's take a look around here. Couldn't find you can see it right there. So when you're camping here, especially when they don't see if I'm camping here, they'll come up, but if as soon as I pull the cameras out, they might move back a little bit. But this is exactly where they'll be, right there. And you can see they're all here. You can't see it. They're all set up for this campsite. They can watch anybody and do anything here because it's so far away. You guys, it's like an hour or something to get here. Just once you get to the bottom of the dirt road, and then you got to drive all the way out, out of there, which is another long time. Right there. They sit right there. If I watch over there, you'd see very quickly what's in there and how blatant. It's like a blind, basically. Same thing there. Symmetrical X at the bottom. Structures on the top. Third one hitting it. That's actually that structure on the fireplace, basically, but in the air. And there's the third one coming across the top. Okay, so I just showed you that on the ground next to the fireplace. And then, of course, they blocked, so you can't go running off to take a poop or go pee at night because they could be sitting there. They don't want to have to deal with you. They can handle you, but they don't want to, especially if you're not a believer. Look at that. That's blatant, you guys. Look at that. Fence. I see it all the time. They just sit right there. Watch and listen to everything. I'm making that part up. I don't know why they love to set up near a campsite. The further away they are, always the more blatant their blinds are, They can hide all through here. That's right, I got a pointer. Like behind this thing, behind their X, behind the fence. Keep in mind, half the time they're freaking invisible anyway. I think at night they're not. I'm standing there looking at this incredible structure from the road. It's amazing. I have never seen that. It's got to be new. Look. Tell me if I've shown that to you from the car, because I have no memory of it. And if I saw that from the window, I would have filmed it. And I know what's behind it. There's some great structures in there, and great little spots, a couple perches. And the 50 seats are, a few miles behind it. He's doing this. Right there. He was right there. When I saw the timestamp, just that picture there, Yeah, it looks like you could almost put a person next to that, but that whole thing is only 2 feet tall. And he's walking there, his head is probably 3 feet tall, but he's holding on the stick for support. Is that a rock on top of that? Yes, is that a rock on top of that stump? What is that? If it is, it's blatant, because look. Can I walk back there? It's been a long day. I mean, it hasn't been my longest. Well, look at that arch. Look at that. You guys, I'm going to go back here. I'm so ready to go home. I walked for 6 hours just now. That's not true. It was 6 hours since I did 6 hours on this road, but probably 5 in the woods. I know that's good over there. I don't think it's going to be crazy, but it looks worth going in. And I got these, there's little people in there, you guys. I'm telling you, there's a teepee structure right there. Look, it's a teepee. It's like a perfect whole teepee, but it's just a structure. Where is it? It's hard for me to hold it there. Right there. Is that it? Yeah, look. It's a teepee structure. It's like a teepee, they just didn't complete it. Because if they did, it would have been so blatant. I'm telling you, this is good. I have done a whole video past here, and then way back, I called it Sasquatch at 13,000, and they have those big giant structures back there. But I never went over this way. I went to the right. All right, well, another time. That's a good spot. I may not be done, but I want to keep going. And maybe just while I have good sunlight here, it got so gorgeous, you guys. When I first got up here, it was like 50. Now it's like in the 60s, 65 probably. It's gorgeous today. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, you guys. Zero humidity, full sunshine, beautiful forest, and what else did I say? Did I say humidity? It's a nice day. Put it that way. See, I told you I can't remember anything. I don't know what's going on. There's other spots here that I wouldn't mind looking around. I have got out into the video here. It's so obvious they mark this hole somehow. Not somehow, but for some reason. Because, look, you got that thing. It's blatantly theirs. You got the parallels in the back, and I have films back there a mile or two. And I don't think they necessarily come to this water very much. Yet it's marked, I could get out and look at the footprints. You want to do that? I bet you. I said this the other day. I was like, I know they didn't, or a couple weeks ago, I'm like, I know they didn't make any footprints here. And I walk up and there's footprints going right across the mud. It was so blatant. And that's not the first time I found that deep in the forests. It's the second time. This doesn't happen much. That's why I was so sure that they weren't going to be there. Well, here it's dry as a bone. Now, it's gone. What the? What's that? My J's. Listen. Wait 1 second. Camera energy off. See if I can get it started. The second I got to that pond, whistles back here. Whistle, like crazy whistle. There's no way it's a coincidence. Turned it off to see if I could get it going. Oh, listen. Chickens. Just wait. Another one. I don't know if the camera can hear it. It got further away. Let me just do something I never do. I'm just gonna jog a little bit. Instead of taking my time, giving them every opportunity. Let's just see what's back here. My keys are in my car. Everything's in there. I didn't think I'd be going back here. I get out and there's whistles. I had 3 J's. They didn't make a sound. Oh yeah, look at that, you guys. Get the thing up in the air. I don't know if you heard those whistles or not. You trust me though, The people that know me know. I wouldn't never lie. Especially because I didn't want to come over here. You guys here? Come on, you guys. This gets old. It gets really hard. This is the hardest part of my job, is getting you guys to give me a little something on the camera. It's just a whistle. No one's gonna, we could play the whistles to the whole world and no one's gonna care. But I have people that do, and they'll know. It's you guys. No one else. It's not gonna be a lot of proof for anybody else. That's blatant, if you ask me. It's so blatant, it's a blind. They moved away. They clearly moved away. I'll bet you when I pulled over in my truck, they didn't know I was getting out. I didn't know I was getting out. And then whistle, so that signaled the area. I heard one or two more, and each time it was further away. As soon as I got out, they moved back. They got to keep that 100 foot, the 100 yards. I see structure, a really nice extra structure right there through the woods. It's in there. All right, over now. Those look like, I mean, it's impossible to know, and it could be easily not, but they sure look like footprints walking out of the water, doesn't it? Tell me that's not a footprint. And why would he be walking out of the water like he was swimming in there? Those aren't that long ago. I mean, but that is death water, you know, but see, remember, to us, to you, that's gross. Maybe it's gross so we don't touch it. I don't know why they would walk through the water. It was a fairly good sized footprint, so at least size 12, so like my foot, right? But to me, it looks like they're clearly coming out. So as if he had walked across, and I don't know why, unless he was cooling off or something, I don't know. And that water's not always that muddy, it's just that it's gone down for some reason. I think they pushed this tree up here, and I think they made that structure. I think that's what I was zooming on back there. And then of course there's incredible structures if you're willing to walk like a half mile back and then beyond. They start, the really blatant ones start about a half mile. Look at that symmetrical X. Wow. That's amazing. I don't think I've ever been in this little corner. I always miss it because I go up. Let's see if it's interesting. So you got a nice bend. Whoa. Holy shit. What was that? I know that's on audio. What was that? That was them for sure. But what was it? And look, it's just stopped. What was that? Oh my God, I hope that was on the camera. I'm almost sure it is. Double bend. It's a bend that's a double. What a great little corner.